and maybe eating some pancakes as I was explaining the Grey Cup tradition. Isn't it the Calgary Stampeders? Don't they have like a free pancake breakfast or something, Mick? What's going on, Mick?
Hey, hello, gentlemen
wow.
and ladies this morning, I must add. Yes, mate, lots of parties.
Well, you're hungover. I can tell right away, Mick.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Hey, Joe, you can tell right. You're like, hey, guys. Hey, guys. Like, listen to him. You right away, Joe. You can tell. What are you staying? Like, you staying in the Queen's room? What kind of room is this? Look at the curtains you got there. You in a hotel?
Gabe, you know I'm a great traveller. I always get the great rooms. I'm in this magnificent bed and breakfast, and we lucked out. We can walk to all the events. It's down at where they have the Calgary Stampede. So we walked there last night, 10 minutes. So I lucked out again, mate. Beautiful little bed and breakfast. So, yeah, it's quite nice, actually. Got the girlfriend here. The girlfriend's in bed asleep right now. Well, she's not sleeping because I'm keeping her awake.
I brought up El Chapo earlier. I think El Chapo's cell was bigger than your room. How much did that room cost? What are rooms going for in Calgary, Grey Cup week?
Well, mate, I'm smart. I booked like a year ago, so I got a very nice location. But my buddy paid normal price, 120 down the road for a Comfort Inn or something. So yeah, not too bad.
No, that's not too bad at all. I would say, all right. So what's going on there? How's the is it cold? How's the party going so far?
Oh, mate, it's not cold. It was like 3 degrees yesterday. It's going to be about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius for the next few days, and that's damn warm in Calgary because we get Chinooks come through here because I used to live here, as you know. The mountains are like an hour and a half away, and you get these warm Chinooks come through. So game day, +4, fantastic weather. Clam Chowder's coming out in his outfit, and it should be a close game, mate. I think it's going to be a close one. A lot of people think the Tiger Cats will win by a touchdown or more. My best bet, Tiger Cats on the money line. I think the Bombers might cover that 3.5, though, Gabe. Could be a close one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm torn here in this game. I really am. I have allegiances. Look, we have a lot of fans in Hamilton. We have I know they love the Tiger Cats. They haven't won in forever. They're very excited for an opportunity to win. Meanwhile, Winnipeg. When's the last time Winnipeg won a Grey Cup? Like 1991 or something?
It was 1990. So
think about that, Joe.
Yeah.
There's been 8 teams in the league, and you haven't won. Like, if the CFL is a league, Ariel, like, now there's 9 teams, and there's going to be 10 coming up next year. But for a long time, there was 8 teams. Yeah. Like, basically, everybody sort of wins every now. Like, it's hard not to. There's 8 teams.
The Tiger Cats haven't won since 99.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane.
Yeah.
So and they both really care. Like, the CFL is bigger in these cities than it is in a lot of other cities.
For sure.
Like, Toronto doesn't care about the CFL. They've got the Raptors. They have the NBA champions. They have this, you know what I mean? They have the Leafs. So, like, it's the smaller Canadian cities that they're really into this. So the thing is, Winnipeg, I'll be cut to the chase here. I told people before the year started, take the Hamilton Tiger Cats to win a Grey Cup at 8-1 because of the odds and because it's such a small league and they're going to end up in a game and you can hedge it. I didn't do it because the league is like 2 years long. Regular season in the CFL, Joe, it's 21 weeks, bro. Yeah. Plus the playoffs. I didn't want the money sitting there. I didn't know it's too much. So I'm just mad that I don't have the 8-1 right now. So I want Hamilton to lose. But I used to go on weekly on a Winnipeg radio station, and they barred me and banned me for mocking their pathetic, overrated hockey team. I'm not sorry. I'm like Don Cherry. I meant it. You guys suck, but I like your head coach and Mike O'Shea. You know, Mick, that's my buddy. The head coach, me and Cam have gotten drunk, shirtless with the head. Once you've gotten shirtless with someone, Joe, you're buddies.
Yeah. No,
and me, Mike O'Shea and Cam, well, he took his shirt off. Me and Cam were like, you're nuts. We're outside. It was like Grey Cup week. We're outside this bar, and he's now a coach, this guy. We're outside. He used to be a player, a big, great linebacker. We're outside of a bar, and we're like, damn, it's cold, man. And he's like, you guys are soft. He like takes off his jacket and his shirt. And I remember a couple of years later, he gets hired, Ariel, to be a head coach First thing I think, I'm like, oh, this is going to end real well. Like,
Yeah, this is not good.
I'm like, yeah, this guy's getting drunk with me and Cam. You just gave him the keys to a franchise.
And just imagine,
he's
like,
a great coach. He's a great
Rex
coach.
Ryan even just in like a bathing suit. So imagine with his feet.
Yes.
So imagine what this would have done.
No,
here.
this guy, Michael Shea's a very good coach. So either city, they're going to be happy to win. Mick, who are you pulling for, Mick? Who do you want to win?
Mate, I like both fan bases. There's a couple of teams and I don't like so much, but I like both fan bases. And you're right, Mike O'Shea, I met him last year. I couldn't get a word in. He's talking all about his trip to Australia. So Joe and Ariel, the players and the coaches, everyone mixes with the fans. You don't see that at Super Bowl because everyone will just crowd around the players ridiculously. So all the fans and the players and coaches mix. I like Bombers as well. Adam Bighill, he's a legend. Played at the New Orleans Saints. His story's fantastic, how he's down there for 2 years. I like both teams, but I think Tiger Cats will get up and win. But it could be really close. So my best bets, Tiger Cats money line, Bombers plus 3.5. And I think it might go over the number, but who knows?
Well, if the weather's not a big factor. All right, Mick, so before we get you out of here.
Yeah, do they rotate it like the Super Bowl, different locations every year? They do, okay.
Yeah. They generally have it out west. And they're more into it. You know what I mean? Like, so it rotates every year, but it seems to be out west more so than east. But yeah, it's in a different city. And you know what? They're hardcore, man. It's outdoors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an outdoor game. So it's like football is meant to be played. Like, if it's nice, Errol, it's nice. If it isn't, it isn't. It's one of these type of deals. But the weather, we live in a new world right now. You know, Mick, in the old days, like, you know, in the 70s, the Grey Cup, it was crazy. Like, you know, there's a famous game where the Montreal Alouettes put staples in the bottom of their shoes, like, on the sidelines. It's a true story, Joe. It was so icy, they said, you know what? Let's put staples in the 70s.
Love it.
And the other team, the Eskimos and Warren Moon, didn't have staples. And it's a famous legendary story now. It was the Ice Bowl. They played on a sheet of ice. But nowadays, the weather's always nice. Like, it's not cold at this time of the year. There's never snow anymore. So I think the over's the play as well, guys. I think it'll be a higher scoring championship game. Over under 51.5. I get the feeling Hamilton wins as well. But, Mick, you have any? You're like a guy on death row. You're about to get the electric chair. Do you have any last words or final requests after the Buffalo Bills stampede the Denver Donkeys?
Can you believe we're up 20-0 and we blew that game last week against the Vikings? I hate.
Hey, but remember, Joe, the Vikings are Mick's second team now. Yeah, Viking jersey. Yeah.
Jersey. He's got a jersey.
He must have been torn last. What jersey you wearing today, Mick? What team's that?
Oh, he's back.
What do you think? My BC Lions,
BC
mate.
Lions
CFL,
now, like.
of course. Look at that. Hey, the belt, the
is.
lion belt, the rings, everything, mate. I got everything going on.
Yeah, James, you're going to like this, guys. Mick is known. There's only 8 teams in the league in the CFL. Mick's a fan of like 6 of them. Like every year, Joe and the Grey, he's got the jersey on. It's like, dude, like, you know, you can be a fan of a couple of teams in like a big league, but you know, when there's 8 teams, you got to pick a city, bro.
Right.
Like that's the way this works, Joe, right? You pick one team. It's like being like fans of multiple teams in a Big Ten. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly correct.
All right, so what's your pick, Mick? Bills and Broncos.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I think your Bills are going to win and cover. But anyway, I went on my multi-parlays. I went 6 out of 7 last week, so doing all right.
All right, enjoy the game, Mick.
Have fun.
All right, thanks a lot. See you later.